What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? Good evening, and welcome to the Church Guy Sports Show post game show for today, the 27th of February, 2024. We are here. You are there. Thank you for joining us. Did you miss us? We've been away for a little while. A lot of different things going on. We took a little break through the All-Star break. And then, other things, obligations. Obviously, we're a bunch of preachers, so been very busy over the course of the last several weeks. But we are back tonight. We're back tonight with an abbreviated post-game show tonight. We don't plan to be before you long, but we want to talk to you just a little bit. So do us a favor. Please like, share, tag, comment. Get the folks in here. Like, share, tag, and comment. Join us. Everyone know that the Church Guys are back. The Church Guys are back. Church Guys post-game show here for February 27th, 2024. Knicks lose tonight at home to New Orleans Pelicans by a final count of 115-92. Really tough game all around for the New York Knickerbockers. Difficult loss. We find out that Hartenstein and Brunson were game time decisions and that they would both be out tonight. It really just put us in a bad place on tonight. And once again, the Knicks are very, very shorthanded. I think it's important for everybody to remember before we get into the crux of this particular game. I think it's important for everyone to remember that the Knicks are actually down four starters. The Knicks are down four starters. And that's not an excuse. That's just a reality of the NBA season. We saw Ant-Man go down earlier tonight in a game with the Timberwolves. The Atlanta Hawks are without Trae Young for a while. So this is the dog days of the NBA season, post All-Star break, where most teams are trying to get healthy and trying to avoid injury. But unfortunately, the injury bug continues to bite the New York Knicks. I got a lot of different theories on that on tonight. So do us a favor. The conversation is going to be with you tonight. So do us a favor, like, share, tag, and most importantly, comment. Drop your comments in the comment section whether you want to talk about this game tonight, the Knicks season as a whole up until this point, or anything sports related tonight. Tonight, sports entertainment related, whatever you want to talk about. It's a hodgepodge show tonight as we dissect it. So quickly going into tonight's game, Knicks and Pelicans. New Orleans comes in tonight. Zion Williamson playing very strong, and the Knicks were just outclassed tonight. One thing I've got to say that I really just don't seem to understand where it comes to the one thing I feel like Leon Rose in the front office has gotten wrong in a season where they've gotten a lot right. Please don't misunderstand me. But the one thing they have not gotten wrong is they have not addressed the big depth in the bench. And when I say bigs, I mean your swingmen, your wings, your fours, your fives. They have not addressed the depth issue, especially once Mitchell Robinson went down. Yeah, you brought in Taj Gibson for 2 10-day contracts, but Taj Gibson's 38 years old. He is not the answer at this point. There are plenty of serviceable NBA bigs that are out there that you could use, and you needed one tonight because the truth of the matter is New Orleans wasn't great tonight. The fact of the matter is New Orleans ended up winning this game tonight because simply, hey, Teddy Simpson, my little brother, what's going on? We're going to talk about this. I got a hot take on this about the entire refereeing situation in the NBA. I'm going to get to that in just a second, so stick with us. But the Knicks are in a position right now where they don't have any size up front. And when you're playing, when all you've got as forward or all you're playing is Precious Achua and Jericho Sims, and you got to play them large minutes. One of the biggest knocks on Tibbs has always been about him running players into the ground. And when you run players into the ground, it makes them more susceptible to injury. Outside of the Julius Randle situation, outside of OG Anunoby, who he had just gotten here, you're seeing guys who are playing the walking wounded. Brunson should be able to play, but he's playing too many minutes. You have not addressed the issues that you have. You like to say that, or the team likes to say that their motto is next man up, but you can't have a next man up motto if you're not going to allow the next man to step up. What is the point in having a Jacob Toppin, a Daquan Jeffries, a Charlie Brown on your roster? Why are they on an NBA roster if when guys go down, you can't play them? Jacob Toppin is 6'9". Charlie Brown is 6'8". These guys did not play at all tonight. What is that? Tibbs has really got to show some trust. Honestly, in a game like this against Zion Williamson, you're probably not going to win anyway. At least throw those cats out there and see what they can do during the course of the game. Maybe they can give you some fresh legs and do some things that'll keep you in a game. I mean, the Knicks were really playing with fool's gold most of the night because, they hung around till late in the fourth quarter. But this game was never in jeopardy for the Pelicans once they took the lead because the Knicks were simply undersized. The fact of the matter is Zion Williamson had his way inside to the tune of 21 points before fouling out, but Zion Williamson had his way inside tonight. Hey, Keish, what's going on? What's going on, Keish? How you doing? What's going on? Zion Williamson had his way tonight. He absolutely had his way inside for the Pelicans tonight. And that only happened because you ran Precious Achiuwa at him. And for the life of me, can you please stop switching on everything? So many times I watched the Pelicans run the same play because they used, with CJ McCollum out tonight, they used Zion Williamson as their primary ball handler. And Zion would bring the ball up with Precious on him. They would run a pick, get Precious off of him, and he was isolated either against Dante DiVincenzo or Josh Hart. He's bigger and stronger than them, and he abused us inside. And Tibbs made no adjustment. He didn't tell his team, stop switching. He didn't say, hey, get over the screen, get to the next place, get to where you need to be. He did none of that. And as a result, what do we have? What do we have here? You had Zion having his way. You had Brandon Ingram just literally shooting over cats because there's no size on them. The Pelicans are a very large, wingy team, with the exception of CJ McCollum. Everybody else on that team is 6'6" or better. The Knicks were outclassed. And for the life of me, stop putting Deuce McBride on guys twice his size. Yes, I love Deuce's tenacity. I love the way Deuce plays. I love how he gets after it. But the fact of the matter is, Brandon Ingram and true NBA guys are just going to shoot over him. They just going to shoot over him because they are real NBA players. And the reality is, yeah, and that's it, Teddy. Tibbs won't play them if he doesn't like them, but he just won't play them if he don't trust them. Bless you, my friend Apostle Shamar Williams. Bless you, my brother. How are you? Good to see you on tonight. This is our sports podcast tonight. So I don't know how much of a basketball fan you are, but we're talking sports on tonight. I just don't understand. I don't understand. But chime in the comments. I want to hear from y'all what you think the Knicks' problem is. And I'm going to say something, and I wish my brothers were on here, my other co-hosts, Bishop L and Bishop J McCants and Pastor Davey Wright, because right now, watching tonight, the Knicks are in trouble. The Knicks are in trouble. If they can't get healthy, the Knicks are in trouble. And that's the bottom line. And it's not a knock. I'm still orange and blue skies and all of that. But as we always say on this show, we are realists. And the reality is, when you can't get scoring from any place, when the offense is stagnated because your top guys are not there, even one of your top guys is not there, the Knicks are in trouble. And this waiting for the cavalry to come back, I don't know if you're going to run out of time. I just don't understand it. We're fourth right now, but we're 4 games out of a play-in spot. Maintaining fourth. 2 weeks ago before the All-Star break, we were talking about potentially going up into the 2nd seed, and now we're trying to hold on to the 4th seed, much in the way we had to do last year, holding on to the 5th seed. Why does Sims seem timid at times? I don't know if Sims seems timid. I just, that could be. I also think it's a product of him being a young guy who plays for Tom Thibodeau, because one of the biggest things that you saw with guys like Quentin Grimes, who's no longer here, even watching Deuce, watching guys like that, even if you remember Emmanuel Quickley last year when he was with us, Tibbs is one of those guys where if you make one mistake, he's yanking you out of the game. So if you're constantly looking over your shoulder and not thinking that the coach is going to trust you, how are you ever going to get better? You got to let those boys play. You got to let them get out there, get some real game action, because guess what? When they need to be the next man up, they can be. And what has happened to Alec Burks' shooting? Oh, he's been absolutely brutal since coming over here in that trade. And I thought that getting Alec Burks was a good pickup, but I just don't know anymore. I mean, we barely escaped last night. It took. I mean, some say it's a blown call. I've watched that play numerous times. I felt like it was a loose ball. And listen, I'm okay with the refs not deciding it at the end. I'm always okay with that. You know, whether it was the Houston game for us or the game last night, I'm okay with the refs not deciding it because I don't think either player had control of the ball when DiVincenzo dove after it last night. I don't think either player had control of the ball. So for all those that are saying, "Oh, that was definitely a foul," I disagree. I kind of felt like DiVincenzo got there first last night. But again, I could be seeing through orange and blue lenses. I don't know, but that's just the way I look at it in terms of that. And my brothers are coming. Bishop L is here. Pastor Davey is here. He has a sour look on his face. Pastor Davey, you look how I look right now because tonight's game was we're in trouble. And I said it before you guys came on. If we don't get healthy, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
If we don't get healthy,
we're in big trouble. But the good thing is help is on the way. If we get healthy, you know, I said today we need a dude that can give us an extra 24 points and 10 rebounds. His name is Julius Randle. We need a dude that's going to be a shutdown wing, and his name is OG Anunoby. We ain't got to go draft nobody. We ain't got to make a trade. It's already here. They just got to get out the hospital.
That's absolutely true. But one of the things that I want to point out, and I said this when I first opened, the only mistake I feel like Leon Rose has made is when Mitch went down, we did not address the situation of getting another serviceable big because Taj Gibson was not the answer. And you saw that last night. You saw needing another serviceable big was important tonight because Zion killed us inside tonight. Zion killed us. He murdered us because he was just banging everybody. He was bigger than everybody else that we threw at him. And for God's sakes, can we stop switching everything? Because Precious would start on him. They'd have him bring the ball up. They run that pick. Next to you know, Josh Hart is on him. No! Precious, stay with that man. Don't switch everything there. Yeah. That's the biggest man on the court. You can't guard him.
And Hartenstein, whatever this is with this Achilles, I'm worried about it.
Well, the plan was they said they don't want to play him on back-to-backs because they're trying to rehab it so that, you know, he doesn't overexert it. So he's not going to play on the second game of back-to-backs. But that's all the more reason why but that's all the more reason why you needed to address the big issue by getting yourself a third. Go find Nerlens Noel. Like, he ain't playing. Oh, you're gonna stop chewing chips and enjoy the conversation.
I want to know why was Jalen.
I would have took Dwight Howard. We could have went and got Dwight Howard, man.
Jalen Brunson was out. Yeah, that's a thought as well. Jalen Brunson was out tonight. He woke up this morning complaining of neck spasms. You know, he gets knocked around so much. And I got a hot take as far as that. And Ted Simpson said the refs didn't help. The refs haven't helped in a long time. And, you know, let me just go ahead and get it out there. I feel like the NBA needs to examine officiating across the board because I'm starting to feel like the game has gotten too fast for the referees. The game has got three officials, and for them to blow and miss calls the way they do, the game has gotten too fast. Some of the older officials need to be put out the pasture because your eyes are not what they were 25 years ago, and you should not be officiating this brand of it. If we're going to play this fast-paced NBA offensive-minded game, it is past most of these officials because we got officials that were 90s officials that are still trying to officiate. The game has passed you by. Wow. This game is too fast for them.
So Jalen was out because he felt he had neck spasms.
Yeah, because he had neck spasms. You know, Jalen Brunson is a gamer. He would, if he's out, he's hurt. Thank you, Bestie.
Okay.
What, you think it's something else, Al?
I'm thinking he took the night off.
You're thinking, but it doesn't make sense to take the night off, and not when you're in the middle of a playoff push and you're literally all we got. But you know what? You could be right. Tibbs has been, and I said that as well. He's got what if the motto of the team is next man up, then you've got to play the next man.
Right.
You got to play him.
I think he took the night off.
Jacob Toppin is 6'9". Why is he sitting on the bench in a game where you're facing Zion Williamson? Charlie Brown.
And shorthanded. And we shorthanded.
Exactly.
I think he took the night off on the second night of a back-to-back.
Ronnie Artis said, yeah, they said, they saved Jalen for Thursday. Maybe so, but at this point, and I agree, Teddy, Brunson is exhausted. I'm sure he is. Because he's put in yeoman's work because he's been the Iron Man this year. And that's no shade to OG or Julius. Julius was injured by Jamie Jaquez, who should have been fined and suspended for undercutting Julius Randle like that. But that's another conversation. And, OG had bone spurs. That happens. So it's not like these guys, just are fragile. Like, we know Julius is one of the toughest guys there is. Dislocation to play with. Yeah, Andy. He plays them way too many minutes. If the motto is next man up, you've got to play the next man. And in a game like tonight, listen, especially if Brunson is out. Let's be real. You're not expecting to win this game. Run Jacob Toppin out there. Run Charlie Brown out there. Let those 6'8" guys get a crack at playing against Zion and playing against Brandon Ingram, and let me see what they can do. Who knows? Because here's the thing. That's an element of surprise because you know what? New Orleans didn't scout for them. They didn't scout to play against them. So you've just given yourself an advantage just by putting them on the floor. Because they're not in the scouting report. And all I'm telling Jacob Toppin to do is use your athleticism and keep Zion in front of you. That's all you got to do all night. Keep Zion in front of you and use your athleticism. I don't need you to score 30. I need you to keep him from getting 30. That's all I need you to do.
Is there any word on when these guys are coming back?
Julius is hitting all the markers, but he still has several markers that he needs to hit. He's still at least 2 to 3 weeks away. OG could resume basketball activities as early as next week.
I'm not going to watch no more until they come back.
Well, I can't do that, David. We got a show to do, so I got to keep watching.
But it's frustrating me because it's like you got your kid in special ed, but they smarter than that.
That's actually a great analogy. I kid you not. That is actually an absolutely great analogy. Andy says, Burks is driving me crazy with his. I don't think he's taking bad shots. I think he's just missing. And, that happens. Guys go into slumps. He was hot all season in Detroit. Now he puts our uniform back on, and now he picked this point to go cold. I think he'll get it together at some point. But, not having a shot creator on the floor. And listen, I like.
You would be hot. You would be hot in Detroit, too, if your team was losing 19 straight games.
Right.
I mean, but, and it's funny because, it wasn't Mike Breen. It was Alan Hahn said it the other day. He said, it's a different thing coming over to the Knicks. You were playing in Detroit all year. Obviously, the games, you're on the worst team in the league. The games weren't as high profile, weren't as intense. And now you have to ramp yourself up to this kind of intensity again. And that can take some time because you're now on a team that teams are gunning for night in and night out. Teams are not giving you their least effort every night. They're giving the Knicks their best effort, which is a testament to what the Knicks have done this year. But teams are going to give you their best effort. So Bogey and Burks, have to quickly ramp up to, hey, you're in a playoff game every night now. You're in a playoff atmosphere every night. And so you got to play like it. You have to play with that intensity. You got to play with that mindset. You've got to play understanding that this is about, not just a postseason berth, but at least getting to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, the scary thing with Burks and Bogey, what's going to happen when these guys get healthy? Those shots ain't going to be there for Burks or Bogey.
Oh, they're going to be there for Bogey because Bogey, I appreciate the way, and you saw it tonight. Bogey, when he was in the game, said, oh, nobody else wants to create. I got it. And we only stayed in that game in the second quarter because Bogey went off for 14 in the second quarter. Because
I think Alex Burks going to get lost. He going to turn into Evan Fournier. He going to get lost in this shuffle.
No, nobody's going to be Evan Fournier because at least Burks is going to play defense, and Burks can give Brunson some time off the ball. Burks's minutes with Brunson have been good. It's Burks with the second unit with no Brunson that hasn't been good yet, and that's been the issue. And for God's sakes, can Josh Hart hit a free throw? Good Lord.
My Lord.
So the Knicks have gotten comfortable. They are playing like they've gotten comfortable. They do not have a sense of urgency with them. In the back of their mind, they're thinking like some of us who's on this line right now. We'll be fine. Help is on the way. Take a day or two off. Even Josh Hart said it last night. No, DiVincenzo said it last night. This is not the win that we should have won like this.
Oh, Devo was pissed last night.
We took our foot off the gas. They've taken their foot off the gas for a while now, not just from last night. They are comfortable.
Have they taken their foot off the gas, or are they out of gas?
You are conditioned to play basketball.
You're right.
Jalen Brunson has 26 million reasons why.
I agree with that. But,
get on the court, son.
But your body is still human, and when you factor in travel, when you factor in all of the different things that go into it, night in, night out, back-to-backs, practices, shoot-arounds, other obligations, family things. Granted, yes, your job is to play basketball, but to exert that kind of effort day in and day out without your coach realizing, you know what, let me use my bench a little deeper certain games so I can give these guys a blow-in season, you will hit a wall. Doesn't matter who you are. You will hit a wall. You and I played in the PSAL. You played in the midwinter tournaments just like I did. The one that they did over Christmas break where you was in a tournament and you played every day. You know, by the time you got to that championship game or the third game of that or the third day of that tournament, you was dead. And we was in high school.
I don't care.
Yeah, we pushed. Absolutely.
Nigga, push.
You was out there, though. You was out there.
I had to be. Absolutely.
I pushed for free. He's pushing for $26 million a year.
We pushed for a bus pass, a train pass.
And I was not.
We pushed for the head cheerleader.
I was not in the condition that they was in, that they are in. You are in way better condition. No excuse. They have taken their foot off the gas because they feel like we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Big fella going to come back. OG going to come back. Mitch going to come back. We're going to be all right. They are banking on going on a 10-run stretch. They're banking on that 10. They're banking on a 10-run stretch. Look at our schedule. The back end of our schedule is easy.
It is. That's correct.
They are banking on going on a 10-run stretch. In their mind, they believe we still going to finish third. That is the wrong mentality. You got to have a killer mentality. I don't care who on the court. Everybody's held accountable. Coach and the people on the court.
I agree with that.
Everybody's held accountable. Run deeper in that bench. Do not want to
That's
keep in
the
that
thing.
bench.
Yes.
And those of you that are on the court, play ball. Come to play.
I mean, but that's just it. Listen, Dante DiVincenzo is still scrapping hard. Josh Hart, he drives me crazy. I think he passes up too many shots. He needs to make free throws, but he's playing hard. Precious Achiuwa is playing out of his mind right now. So that's why I'm saying I don't think they've taken their foot off the gas. I just think they're gassed, and the coach won't go deeper into this bench.
This team without Julius and OG and Mitch, this not a playoff team. So I think they're giving all they got.
I agree.
Brunson is giving it his all.
Oh, Brunson is giving 100% every day.
DiVincenzo giving his all.
You know, your superstars diving for loose balls last night. Where they do that at in this NBA? We ain't seen that since the 90s. You don't see superstars diving for loose balls. But Brunson was on the floor last night diving for a loose ball. Dante DiVincenzo, they wanted a foul on him so bad, diving for a loose ball. Which, for the record, honestly, on that pass that was stolen that led to that last scrum, a foul could have been called because Dante got hit on the arm as he was making that pass, which is why it got deflected. But everybody just wants to talk about what happened on that last play. Dante actually got fouled on that pass, but we don't want to talk about that.
I think they're giving it all they got.
I think they're pushing. I really do, El. I do. I feel what you're saying, bro. I absolutely do. But I don't see that quit with this team. I don't see like they've let up. I do also. I think there's way too much unselfishness because somebody, especially on a night like this, Jalen's not playing. Who's going to be our alpha? Who's going to be our guy?
I don't think they quit. I think they took their foot off the gas. They're playing too relaxed.
But where?
They relaxed. They relaxed, yo.
The defense was very strong tonight. They just didn't make shots. The defense was strong until there was about 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And then, you know, they blew it open by hitting a bunch of threes. But the defense was strong tonight. So they didn't.
I think with Hartenstein and Brunson, if we had Hartenstein and Brunson tonight, we might have beat New Orleans.
New Orleans was ripe for the taking because they didn't have their point guard. They didn't have CJ McCollum tonight.
Right, we could have beat them, but I don't know. I don't know if Jalen Brunson just woke up and like, I hear L point. He woke up. Look, I'm giving my all. And we almost lost to Detroit last night. Let me get a night off.
Keisha needs us
and
to
come back here
for selfish reasons, because she tried to get her Lakers out of that play-in. we gonna beat Golden State for us on Thursday, Keisha, not for you.
I don't know. We ain't looking right.
I mean, we're not right. I mean, that's the reality. We're not right.
We ain't looking right.
We're not right. And I do agree that the attitude can absolutely not be, we're gonna be okay. Wait till the cavalry comes, because if the cavalry doesn't show up for two more weeks and a few more bad losses, the cavalry comes back. We're in the play-in.
That's right. We are a dangerous playing team.
Well, Keisha, the Piston thing, you know, watching that game last night, I see the culture that Monty Williams has been trying to build is starting to come together. So I knew the Pistons are going. The Pistons are going to, because if they lost a close game to Indiana the night before us as well, the Pistons are going to be better because he's got the kind of, Monty Williams now has the kind of players that he wants. He wants a Quentin Grimes. He wanted players like Marcus Sasser, who played with Quentin Grimes at University of Houston. He has the players that he wants now. Cade Cunningham is starting to come into his own. So the Pistons, I think, are going to end the season strong. So they're not that team that everybody beat up on earlier in the season. Now, should the game ended like it ended last night? No, not when we had a 10-point lead early. No, absolutely not. But the Pistons are not the pushovers that they once were earlier in the year. So I take nothing away from them. They played hard. But, you know, and, you know, talk about Monty Williams, that rant that he went on last night. And I like Monty Williams. I think he's a great coach, great basketball mind. He's a former Knick. So, he's always going to be my guy. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, stop acting like y'all were losing games because of the refs. Y'all were losing games because y'all
Right.
were terrible early.
Y'all lost 37 games in a row. Stop this game. Stop this foolishness.
That didn't have nothing to do with the refs.
Not at all.
Your team was bad. Your team was bad, Monty.
And Grimes, and Detroit had an edge on them. Grimes tried to kill us last night.
Yo,
Woo!
I'm
Grimes,
watching this game
he
last
was
night
going
going,
for blood.
Quentin Grimes is about to freaking beat us. This is what I'm sitting there. I kept saying, I'm like, Quentin Grimes is about to, he hit that 3. I'm like, oh, Lord. Quentin Grimes is about to get his revenge. And then he made that slashing layup that put him up 1. Because he would have had the game-winning basket if they had called that foul. They would have won on a Quentin Grimes layup. Because he's the one that gave them that 111 to 110 lead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was definitely running with that story. I mean, I get it. But I get what he was trying to do. You got to show your players that you got their back. You don't want them to quit because to lose back-to-back heartbreaking games when you finally look like that. I'll put it in perspective. Even when I coached my son's team down here, and we lost our first 2 games of the season. I got a bunch of kids who are playing basketball for the first time. And, so there's a lot of teaching and developing. We lost our first 2 games. The kids were a little down on themselves, but we've won our last 2. And there's something about winning that really changes your culture. So when you start losing in heartbreaking fashion, like the last 2 games for the Pistons, I can get why Monty Williams was on some like, I got to do something. I got to say something to show my guys I got their back. I get it. But ultimately, I don't care what anybody. I don't even care what the 2-minute report said or what the lead official said last night. Dante DiVincenzo got to that ball first, and therefore that was not a foul. And that's why the ref right in front did not call it. I'm sure he felt like after the game he needed to say something because if he had told the truth, because I'm like, well, yeah, when we watched it, we saw them. Yes, the Piston player got to it first, but he slapped it forward. He did not have control of the ball. The ball was loose, and he was lunging for it, and Dante got underneath him to go for the ball. That's how he got clipped. That's not a foul. That's 2 guys diving for a loose ball.
No.
And I am okay with a game ending like that. That's why the Houston loss was so bad. You don't end a game on a crazy call. Let the players decide it. The players decided it. I'm not mad at that. Not even, like, honestly, if they had come up with that loose ball and there was no foul call, I'm fine with it. Let the players decide it. And that's what happened. Oh, I'm going to send it to your inbox, Keisha, because I saw the angle from the crowd, and that you can see Dante gets there first. You can truly see Dante gets there first.
He got there first. Dude on the Pistons did not have control of the ball.
Nope.
No control. That's a loose ball.
He dived for a loose ball, and dude tripped over
him. Exactly, because he was lunging forward, reaching for the ball, and Dante got underneath him. So if anything, that would have been a foul on Thompson because he landed on DiVincenzo.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
I don't know. I think it looked like he went for them legs, man.
No, he went for the ball. You could see because he actually grabs the ball before he makes contact with Thompson's legs. He actually gets control of the ball before he even hits Thompson's legs. Dante got there first.
I'll take it.
Listen, it's one of those things where it came down to who wanted it more. And Dante wanted it more. Listen, I'm going to take it. The NBA owed us that anyway from the Houston debacle. So
they owed us from Houston. Yes, they did.
So I will absolutely take it. But the Knicks are, if they don't get it together quickly, the Knicks are absolutely, positively in trouble right now. Quickly around the league, Trailblazers are blowing out the Heat early, 20-7 right now, midway through the first quarter. Cleveland and Dallas ends on a Max Strus 3/4 court buzzer beater with 2 seconds to go.
Wow.
I'm watching that going. Dallas has got this game won. They got that layup. Luka made that, but nobody guarded the inbound. How do you not guard the inbound in that situation? It's like Dallas thought, oh, we got it. We won. This is the NBA. Guys make half-court shots for sport now. Like, you got to guard that.
And Luka had 45 tonight, right? Didn't Luka have about 40, 45?
Luka had, I'll tell you right now, Luka had 45 tonight. Luka had 45 and Kyrie had 30. They combined for 75
and
points.
Still lost.
Dallas winning the chip.
Dallas ain't winning the chip because Dallas can't guard nobody. Dallas can't guard nobody. That's the problem. But they got the same problem that Cleveland has. Right now, Cleveland is putting up offensive points. Cleveland can't guard nobody.
They can't guard nobody.
Indiana can't guard nobody.
Neither can Indiana.
We all know the playoffs is about getting a stop. As Melo said on his podcast, it's about getting a stop and then getting a bucket. And in the playoffs, if you can't get a stop, you ain't going to get a bucket.
That sleeper in the West going to be OKC. They are dangerous.
As long as Shea stays healthy, I think OKC is might be the team to beat out West. Even with Minnesota leading right now, and the fact that Anthony Edwards went down with an injury tonight, he did have 34 tonight. Anthony Edwards did, but hopefully he's okay.
Anthony Edwards said he's gonna play the whole playoff left-handed, so they done.
Anthony Edwards needs to chill out with that. Anthony Edwards needs to absolutely chill out with that and play for real. But yep. So yeah, Minnesota beats San Antonio tonight by 9. Hawks over the Jazz by 30. Jesus. Celtics over the 76ers. So the Knicks maintain their two-game lead over the Sixers for the 4th spot. Bucks over the Hornets. So the Bucks actually gain another game on the Knicks. The Knicks are now 3 back of the Bucks for the 3 spot. So they're 3 ahead. I'm sorry, they're 2 ahead of the 76ers for the 4 spot, and they're 3 back of Milwaukee for the 3 seed. Sorry. And that's around the league. Warriors win tonight. They'll be in New York on Thursday night. Quickly, pitchers and catchers have reported, and spring training is underway. The New York Yankee lineup is looking very scary already. First spring training game, they put up 22 runs. I said, what the heck is this? And everybody tells you at the beginning of spring training, pitching is supposed to be ahead of hitting at the beginning of spring training. First spring training game, they put up 22 runs. I said, what kind of devilment is this? If this is what this offense is going to look like this year, I'm scared for the American League. Juan Soto looks great. Judge looks great. Giancarlo Stanton is healthy, finally, it seems. And he changed his look. He looks stronger. Ooh, Murderer's Row might be back in the Bronx.
I don't know if I'm willing to go that far, but yeah.
Well, I mean, between Judge, Soto, Gleyber Torres, and Giancarlo Stanton, that's the middle of your lineup right there. And you still got DJ LeMahieu leading off. You got the Volpe kid who had a really good second half of the season last year. I think the Yankees are poised to do some things this year. As long as that pitching holds up, that's what it's going to come down to. If that pitching holds up.
Brian Cashman's talking like he got some sense. We have to win, and we have to win now, and we have to win this year. That sounds like the George Steinbrenner Brian Cashman that I know.
What's that Chinese boy name? It sounds like you're speaking in tongues when you say his name. What's his name?
Ohtani?
The pitcher that the Yankees were trying to get.
I forgot.
Oh, the other kid.
Once we didn't get him, I stopped studying.
Yeah, stop.
He throw hard. They say he throw 108 miles per hour.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he would have been a great pickup. But I I like the Yankee rotation. They did lose to Tampa Bay today, but I mean, I don't even think they put out their best lineup today. Let me just take a look who played today. Yeah, Volpe played. Yeah, Volpe's like the only regular. Yeah, Volpe was the only regular that was in the lineup today. Because in the spring training, like the starters play every other day, like so. Because they play like 20 spring training games, which I never understood either. but I
Right.
totally get it. But they play 20 spring training games. But the Yankees look strong so far. The Mets actually look pretty decent. If you're a Mets fan out there, shout out to you, the other orange and the blue. They
I
look
love
pretty
the
strong
Mets.
as well. They beat the Marlins today 7-1.
Hallelujah.
David, you a Met fan?
Yep.
Big time.
Oh Lord.
I think that their pickup of G-Man Choi is going to be big for the Mets. The first baseman kid that they got from Tampa Bay, because G-Man Choi used to kill the Yankees for Tampa. Like that roly-poly Asian kid, like he don't look like he should be playing no baseball nowhere, but the boy can hit. And
Thank the Lord.
He hit his first homer for the Mets today. So I think that was a good pickup by the Mets. So we're looking at some very, very interesting things as far as the baseball front. We'll be getting into
What's the date for Dwight Gooden and Darryl Strawberry retirement?
Let me check.
They retiring their jerseys in Shea Stadium, right? I mean,
yes,
in Citi Field.
Citi Field, yep.
At Citi Field.
Okay.
I'm not a Met fan, but I might have to go to that.
I'm not going to that.
June. Oh, I can't even do it. It's freaking June 1st. Everything is happening that weekend. What the heck? Everything is happening that weekend. I won't be making that, but it's June 1st.
Davey, I need.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, they're doing them on 2 separate days. They're doing Darryl June 1st.
I'm coming to your joint, Butler.
They're doing Doc Gooden on April 14th.
I need the people there. We at Anton's.
Me and AG, we coming.
We not eating no chicken franchise this time. We getting oxtails.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Are you serious?
Shots fired.
We at Anton's, baby. We getting oxtails.
Okay, yeah. That's what they do that.
We went to a more ethnic establishment.
Yes. I love our friends at Russo's, but I think we've given them enough money.
Yes, we have.
To agree with you on that. We have given Russo's.
Yes, we have.
I think we've given
Bishop Figueroa by himself. He kept them in business,
and they don't give us nothing. They don't give us nothing back. So,
they really owe Bishop. They owe him a free banquet.
They owe him a free banquet. You ain't never
like 2 or 3 of them.
Because wasn't nobody was using Russo's on the Bay until Bishop Figueroa started using it. They was all using Fleur de Lis.
Yes,
that's true. That's very true.
I know folks would using Thomasina's on Linden Boulevard.
Linden Boulevard. Well, listen, Thomasina's food is pretty good too, though.
Thomasina's food was good.
Yeah, the Thomasina's food was good. So I can do Thomasina's. But we wanted to let y'all know we still here and we're back.
We are here.
We took a little bit
angry.
We're
here and we're angry. And I don't like what I'm seeing with my Knicks. And something got to give. Something has to give. I don't know, because if we bust this year, heads are gonna roll.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Woo!
Absolutely.
If we bust this year, heads are gonna roll. Because this ain't the year we supposed to. Too many people say that we a championship team.
We don't get a pass for injuries.
Well,
no.
Everybody has said if the Knicks are healthy, they're at least an Eastern Conference finalist. That has been the consensus. If the Knicks are healthy, they are at the very least an Eastern Conference finalist. And I agree with that. Because if healthy, who's better than us in the Eastern Conference?
Boston. That's it.
Boston ain't better than us. Boston has yet to see a full Knick roster.
As currently
True.
constructed, that's correct.
They have yet to see a full Knicks roster.
That's true.
We got to recover sooner than later, Ted. We got to recover sooner than later. It's getting down to it. We are in the dog days of the NBA season, and this is the time.
20-some games left.
Yeah, this is now where you're playing for. Right now, you're playing for your playoff position.
We only got 20-something games left, and we're looking at probably missing Julius for the next 10 of those.
And you want to finish at least second to guarantee yourself home court in the first 2 rounds.
Yes.
At the very least, you want to guarantee yourself home court at least in the first 2 rounds, because the Knicks have been a sensational home team this year. They really have, and you know they gotta get better. They've got to get better. But again, we thank y'all as always for joining us. Well, Eldon disappeared on us. Dave, anything else you want to shout out before we go? Dave, did I lose you? You froze? Dave. I think Dave froze.
Dave got that Kojic internet.
What? What is Kojic internet? I'm just gonna leave his picture up there like he Jason. With his eyes closed. There you go. Oh, he got off. Hopefully he'll come back before we get off for the night. Yeah, Ted said, nah, he fell asleep. He did look like he was sleeping right now, Ted. That's for real. And shout out to Ted Simpson and his sister, my sister, Overseer Stephanie Simpson, and the launch of their Christian college for their ministry Second Wind.
Dope.
I'm so excited for them. I'm also excited because I get to sit on the advisory board of the school, so I'm excited about that, and I'm honored that they asked me to be a part of that. And I'm looking forward to great things from their school as well. Y'all go out, get your tickets for L's 50th birthday banquet happening May 31st, 2024. As we've already been talking about it, we will be at Anton's.
Gonna be something.
It's going to be a movie, y'all. So you don't want to miss it. Join us out there for that. You still got some time to get tickets. Hit him up in his inbox if you need tickets.
You still got time to get tickets. You still got time to get tickets at $150.
Right.
Because March 1st, it goes up to $170. And at the door, it's $200.
I mean, that makes perfect sense. So get them in advance. Get them in advance.
If you got to do it, if my staff for my church got to do administrative work while we supposed to be enjoying the banquet, I'm taking that other $50 and I'm giving it to them.
To them, right? That's fair. That is absolutely fair. That is absolutely fair.
You're not gonna have me. No, no. Let's do it.
So y'all
Everybody
get
banquet that I go to, I pay in advance and I
pay
on time.
There you go.
So I need y'all to get these tickets, and they are going. So
they're going quickly. I had to tell them today when I'm gonna send my money because I got to make sure my tickets are reserved. So y'all need to be on top of that. You need to be on top of that as quickly as possible.
Darius Nixon is preaching. James Hall and Worship and Praise is singing, and they're doing the songs that I pick. And I'm classic James Hall and Worship and Praise song.
Yes, admins do work hard, Marie. Absolutely true.
Admins work hard, and I will not have them sitting at the table during that banquet. My goal is for them to be at that table only for the cocktail hour.
Right, and then once that's
only
over, enjoying the banquet with the rest of us.
The tickets have a QR code on it, and we will have a QR scanner at the door. Every ticket will be paid for. And you will scan your ticket at that QR code, at that scanner, and that scanner will tell you what table you go to. After that cocktail hour, I do not want none of my admins at the door. I need them enjoying the banquet as well, because they paying for their dresses too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And they're not
They
paying
getting their hair done. They getting
Yeah.
their nails did.
Yeah,
They don't want to have to work. They come in and enjoy it.
exactly. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right. So it's at Anton's. So the food is good. So you don't want to miss the cocktail hour. So
Make sure y'all get there on time for the cocktail hour.
get there on time for the cocktail hour. I have the whole event space. I have the whole venue, the whole entire venue. I have the whole entire venue. Got a couple of VIP rooms. I got the big ballroom. James Hall and them is singing.
Yep.
My son Kyle has put together a group, and they are doing they're doing 10 Melvin Crispell songs
Oh wow.
in honor of the 10th anniversary of Melvin Crispell's death. And so y'all come on through. Y'all come. It's going to be a major. It's going to be an event. And Darius Nixon, y'all already know what that's like. He's somebody's preacher. So, yeah, y'all come through. Get those tickets. And they're not expensive. They're only $150 till March 1st. And then they're $170, and then they're $200 at the door. All right, I'm good. D.
Shameless plug as always. This is what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. So make sure y'all are definitely buying your tickets. Continue to let's sell this banquet out completely. Let's sell this banquet out completely. That would be an awesome gift to my brother for his 50th birthday. So let's sell this banquet out and have a good time celebrating 50 years. Listen, in the world that we live in now, getting to 50 is a milestone.
And the 50 is a bonus, man.
Getting to 50. The Bible promises us 70+10, but in 2024, getting to 50, it's like getting to that 70.
Yeah.
So
man. I'm excited. I'm excited about this 50th birthday. 50 years alive, 20 years pastoring, though.
20 years, 50 years alive, 20 years pastoring. His family is intact. I mean, this is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
But that 20 years pastoring was supposed to take some years off my life.
You ain't never lied.
That 20 years of pastoring was supposed it was designed to shave some of these years off my life, but I made it to 50. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
My Seeky mode.
Listen, I had no gray hair when I started this journey 13 years ago. Well, 12 years ago, almost 13 years ago. I had no gray hair at all.
Me neither. I had no gray hair, and I also had a full head of hair.
Most
people can't see it because I'm 6'4", but this up here is gone. It's gone. It's gone. I'm holding on to God's unchanging hand with this right here. But
nothing wrong with plugs. Can't buy if you don't. We're not putting in no hair plugs, Teddy. You know what? I'm not messing with you, Simpson. I'm not messing with you, bro. I'm not messing with you. Wait till I see you at convocation. I'm not messing with you. But as always, it's been great. Again, going forward, we'll be obviously still dealing with the Knicks stuff going all season long, but get ready to talk some more sports. Baseball season is getting ready to get into full swing. The hockey playoffs are getting ready to start up a little bit. And, we want to be there. The Rangers are looking good. So, and of course, the NFL will be starting. The NFL draft is coming up next month. So we got a lot of sports to talk about. Want to remind you, as much as we've talked basketball, because the Knicks have been a hot topic here in New York, understand that this is the Church Guys Sports Show. So we will be talking all sports and also some sports entertainment. We're trying to get L back into WWE so he can get ready for WrestleMania with us, because that's going to be a big deal.
So I can know what the heck I'm talking about.
But we'll have Bishop Jason McCants on to talk with that about us. But join us Thursday night. We'll be back on post game again. Knicks and the Warriors. Steph Curry comes to town. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great game. Hopefully the Knicks will have Jalen Brunson and Isaiah Hartenstein back. So they'll be a lot more competitive than they were tonight. And again, until then, it's always and will always be orange and blue skies.
Always.
Until then, we will see y'all soon. Have a great night, everyone.